Good day, my friends. Welcome to another lesson with Uncle Joe, Music Made Manageable. And as you have experienced, all of my lessons are manageable, simple. Yes, gets no simpler, right? Today we'll be looking at, well, I trust you're well and you've been having fun. Remember to let me know how you're doing, all right? Today we'll be looking at degrees of the scale and intervals. Degrees of the scale and intervals. Now intervals, when we say intervals, we're talking about space between notes, right? Interval is space, right? It's in English language. You can check the word out. It means space. Yes, it doesn't only apply to music. So we're talking about spaces between notes. Okay, that's intervals. Degrees of the scale, we're talking about where the note falls in the scale. Where in the scale the note falls. Is it the fifth note, or the eighth note, or the seventh note, or the first note? That's degrees of the scale. All right. For example, I have the letters of C major scale on the board written out, and you can see each degree of the scale. All right. This is the third degree. So if I give you a scale, C major scale, and I ask you to write the sixth note, right? I would say write the sixth note of C major scale. All right, or write the note that falls on the sixth degree of C major scale. Right? I'm basically asking you for the sixth note of C major scale. If I ask you for the seventh degree of C major scale, I'm asking you for the seventh note, right, of C major scale. Right, so it's important. It's important that you know all the scales, so that in the event you are asked for a particular degree of a particular scale, you'll be able to find it. All right, so that's degrees of the scale, wherever the note falls: first, third, fifth, eighth, etc. Now we look at intervals, and we look at that on the staff. Now there on the staff, I have the example of an interval of a fourth, the interval of a fourth. Now, how do we do this? Remember, we read music from the bottom going up, start from the left going to the right. So the first note that would have been written, or the first note that you're using to count, is the note at the bottom, and that note is D according to this clef. Now, if you count upwards from D, starting from D, of course, D, E, F, G, you'll end up at G. That's how we got G there. That's how we end up with this note as the fourth. Right? That's how we have this interval as a fourth. So you'll be given a note. And you'll be asked to, they'll indicate what interval they want. Something like this. 6, they want interval of a 6. The instruction says add one note to form the intervals named. Okay, so we give you that, and you have to find a note that makes the interval a 6. Now all you do is count from the note alphabetically and go up 6. This has nothing to do now with sharps or flats or anything. All right, this is just writing a note that is a 6 up. So you have F, G, A, B, C, D. That's all they want. That's all they want. So you write D. That's the interval of a sixth. Yeah, that's the interval of a sixth. Let's say they give you this note. And that note is a C. And they want the interval of a third. C, D, E. Remember to count from the note they give you. C, D, E. And there you have it. Simple as that. So recapping, well, degrees of the scale just means what note of the scale is it? first note, second note, fourth note, fifth note, whatever. And intervals just mean the space between the notes, right? So we're saying that between D and G is the interval of a fourth, space 4. Between F and D, that's a space or interval of a sixth. Between C and E, that's a space or interval of a third. I'll give you one last one before go. So they give you that. All right? And they want an eighth. Right? They give you that note and they ask for an eighth or octave. Other name for the interval of an eighth is an octave. It's an octave once you go 8 pitches. So 8 pitches, if they give you the first one, well, you know that the next note would be have the same name of the first, because an octave is letter to letter, one note to the next note above or below. Right? You can go to an octave above or an octave below. So this is F, so the other one has to be an F. So that's the interval of an eighth or an octave. If they give you a D and ask you to write the interval of an octave, you write another D at the top. Right? They give you an A and ask for an octave, or the A at the top. Simple as that. And that's brought us to the end of the lesson. Degrees of the scale and intervals. We'll do some more of this the next time. All right. Until then, be good. Take care of yourselves. Continue to have fun with music. Share the lesson with someone you know who needs to learn music. All right. Take good care of yourself and see you next time. Bye.